Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the third live stream of the week then on this Wednesday evening, where we're going to go into screen sharing mode here and play some more value bets, basically talk all things excuse me, my throat there. Basically talk all things making money online, so to do with value betting, match betting, as I've recently started talking about, the Forex copy trading, and so on and so forth. So do drop your question in the chat if you have a question for me at all. And we're going to look through here. So on Rebel, as you know, well, the regular watchers of these live streams know, we have Bet365 only set up here on the filter. And compared to last night, so there was only about 4 value bets with the filters last night. And now this is back to what we kind of expect for a much busier sort of time of year when all the sports are on. So it's showing 29 value bets across with the filters there, and then 8,324 across all the bookmakers. So yeah, anything sort of over 20 for just Bet365 is really good, I think. And remember, I've got this set up to just show, if I'll just show you in the options here. So minimum value percentage of 4. So if I was to change that, which I could if I wanted, but I could change it to 3% minimum, press save, jump back to bets, and then it's going to have 53 value bets with the filters. So it was 29 with at least 4%, but 53 with minimum 3%. Now, as I mentioned before, it is very profitable still getting on anything at 3%. I just prefer 4%. I don't know why. It's like an extra bit of safety margin for me. And I just think that because there's plenty available at over 4%, there's no need to push it. In my opinion, we can have that. Now it says 33 available. So it was 53 available with 3% at least, but 33 with minimum 4%. That's still enough there, especially what we're doing here on the live streams. But even if if you're doing this yourself, your own value betting, then I think minimum 4% is a great minimum odds there. I also have, before I want to go and place 5 value bets. I'll show you how to find them when you're using Rebel here. Before I do that, though, I just wanted to jump over to Each Way Sniper here and post these each way value bets. So remember, Each Way Sniper is for value betting on horse racing, where you just place in each way value bets and you do not lay these. So same with Rebel, you place the back bet, you don't lay it. It's not like how I talk a lot about match betting on the channel. With match betting, of course, you back the sport at the bookmaker, then you lay it at a betting exchange such as Smarkets or Betfair, and then you do that all over again and use it with so do that with a free bet at the bookmaker to make that guaranteed profit. But with value betting, it's literally just a case of betting with the odds in your favor. With Each Way Sniper, there's not lots of sports. It is just horse racing. But it's why I've mentioned before that it's really good to have Rebel alongside of Each Way Sniper. And then you can kind of take advantage of lots of different sports with Rebel and then the horse racing as well with Each Way Sniper here. But let me just print screen on those, and I'm going to drop that into this value alerts channel here on the Profit Boss members Discord. So that's there for the members to check out there. And basically it's the first one at the top here is the Bellewstown 740 race, and it's the horse Gone for Tea with the bookie 32 red, back odds of 11, and you can see there that it's showing an 11.48% rating. So really, really nice value on that one. Then you've got the Kempton 9 p.m. race, or the 2100 Kempton, the horse Milvus with Betfred back odds of 12. That's another great rating there, 9.15. And then on the Utoxeter 1950 or 750 race this evening, you've got the horse Just a Mystery with Sky Bet, back odds of 19 there, and that's a 6.2 rating. So all three of these really, really good value, each way value bets to get on. And I know for the regulars, you'll hear me say this all the time, but this is literally just where you have, say, for example, a £200 bankroll, and you can use gubbed accounts on that and do like £1 each way. So it's £2 total. And that, of course, is then a 1% risk of your bankroll. £2 is, of course, 1% of 200. And by doing that, because you're not guaranteed every bet here is going to win, but by risking just 1% of your bankroll, just like you do with Rebel, means over time, because you're placing the bets at value there, you'll be in a nice profit there. It's extremely likely that you'll be in a nice profit there. But let me remove those off there. So that'll clear them off the list there. And oh yeah, and of course, I know I say it every night, but link down in the description for Each Way Sniper. It's a link that's for a £1 trial, 14 days for £1, and it is the full fat, like all bells and whistles software. It's not restricted in any way. You get absolutely everything, all the value bets that the software can find and provide to you for that £1 there. Now, let's go ahead. As I say, we'll place 5 value bets here, or actually, I'll just place value bets until we get to 7:15, and then I'll jump over to the chat there on YouTube and see if we've got any questions or comments. So yeah, let's go with this first one then. So as before, you just select the very top one. Obviously, you want to place the very best value bets to start with. So click the one at the top, click the bet button, and as that's loading, let's go and see what it is. So it's a soccer match starting in 1 day, and it's Asian handicap. So I'm just talking you through what are the things that I'm looking for, sort of speaking my mind and exactly what I'm looking for, and I click these. So yeah, Asian handicap minus 0.75 for the team starting with WAC. Now we can see that it says Casablanca, but we don't really need to know all of that. We can just see that the other team is FUS, and this team that we want is WAC. So going on to here then, we'll go Asian lines, because that's what you need for Asian handicap bets. And we can see WAC here, the main market is minus 0.25, and we need minus 0.75. So sadly, we can't just click that main market. We need to scroll down, click on this alternative Asian handicap. And for minus 0.75, we of course need minus 0.5, comma, minus 1.0. That's the minus 0.75. So there it is. We're going to select it. So just to make sure, double check there. Yeah, that's the correct team. Starts with WAC. That's the correct Asian handicap there, the minus 0.75. Always remember, is it plus or minus 0.75? And then the back odds currently from Bet365 are 2.60. Yeah, that's exactly what we want there for this to be an 8.2% value bet. So I'll place that, click on done. Then we'll jump back, and yeah, because it says stake £10 there, 8.2%, we'll click on log, and that's logged nice and easy for us there. Now, obviously, if you'd just started, let's go back to the beginning here. If you just started using Rebel and you were trying to find an Asian handicap bet, then I can, appreciate it's not the most simple and straightforward thing to do. You'd be looking at this thinking, where do I find an Asian handicap bet? So just to go through it again, Asian lines, check that it's not on there as the main market. Asian handicap, no, it was minus 0.25. So then you scroll down, click on this alternative Asian handicap, and then scroll down to the correct one there and select it. Double check the back odds are still what you require, and then go ahead and bet on it. Now this one here, we're loading it up. This is, okay, it's saying value disappeared. Now we can go ahead and double check. So if we click Asian lines, minus 0.25 on the team starting with the letter J. Yeah, it's just their main market. Back odds are now 1.825. We needed 2.10. So 1.825, I believe it said it is now. Yeah. So yeah, those odds that it's currently showing, if you were to have not double checked that the odds are still there, which it has said value disappeared here, so it would have been very difficult to miss that. But if you would have just selected it, placed the bet without double checking things, you would have just then placed a minus 4.7% value bet, which of course is very, it's not productive, is it? We don't want to do that. So we're going to click remove on that, and we'll just go, we don't need to, but we'll go back to the main homepage on Bet365 here. And then we'll go ahead. I kind of had a feeling when a bet is, say, 8, 9, 10% expected value, or even higher, maybe even 12%, etc., and it's only like an hour or 2 hours before the start, you will then find that the odds do move much quicker. Now, this one here, we'll select it, click on bet, let it load up. This one here, it says starts in 1 day and it's 7.2% value. So although not guaranteed, it's highly likely these odds won't move by the time we get to place the bet. Could happen, but not likely. So this is just the team here, Nancy, to win at 2.2. So there we go, full-time result, Nancy there, back odds of 2.2. Double check that's what we want. Yeah, 2.2, and we'll go ahead and place our £10 on that. Click done, and then yeah, we're logging that. Expected 7.2% on that one there. So click log. Let me just check. Oh, we do have, so that Milvus was a horse from earlier. I just didn't close it, but here's another one. Let me just print screen there and just drop that screenshot into the Profit Boss members Discord there. So, and then we'll read it out. So the Bellestown 740 race going off in about 29 minutes there. On the horse Joe Hannigan with Treble 8 Sport, back odds of 34. You would get, if you placed a £1 each way bet on that, you get a 3.1% rating on that. And again, you just place the each way bet and don't need to lay it. That's why I think a lot of people, it's been getting more and more popular, especially each way sniper auto. I mean, that's been so popular that people, so many signups, so many people joining each way sniper auto that Profit Maximizer actually stopped new signups. So, and there's now nearly 300 people on the waiting list that I have alone. Never mind anyone, any other affiliates for Profit Maximizer. They may have like 100, 200 each as well. But yeah, for me, nearly 300 people waiting to get joined up to Each Way Sniper Auto when it's released back for new members. So crazy amount of interest. I've seen a lot of people getting started with this manual version while they've been waiting for the auto version to get going again. I'm hoping that the auto version will be available for new members, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, maybe by the middle of September. I'm thinking, yeah, that would be cool if it was middle of September. Maybe as a worst case scenario, maybe October. I hope that would be like the longest people would need to wait. But yeah, it's, as I say, been super popular. I think because of the fact that a lot of people, they sort of find the Profit Boss YouTube channel, obviously doing match betting, making good profit with that. But then they want something that they can use on gubbed accounts. They can do that doesn't require free bets. And with Each Way Sniper, you can just place the bets, forget about them, and just see the profit come in gradually over time there. I think that's why it's been so popular. Since I started talking about it in July last year, July 2022 is when I first started making videos and showing people how to use it. But let's go back now. We've not got any more bets there at Each Way Sniper. Let's go back to Rebel here. Oh, we've got a couple more minutes there before I check over to YouTube for the chat. So let's see if we can get on this tennis bet here. Let's click on bet, get it loaded. It starts in 13 hours, so we should have the odds there still. Back odds of 2.2 for this one. It's tennis, it's for a win, and it's the players. Well, I can just read the name there. Alen, so it's obviously not Alan because that would be A-L-A-N. So Alen, A-L-E-N. So Alen to win the match, back odds of 2.2. There is Alen to win the match, back odds of 2.2. Because I just read that out there and checked it in my head, I don't need to jump back over to Rebel to double check it. I was quite... Sometimes when you're super confident that you definitely know you have the correct bet, you definitely know it's the correct odds, then I don't think you need to go back and double check when it's sort of that obvious to you. But yeah, most of the time you do want to double check. But that's 6.5% expected value there. So click on log. And this one here then, so select the netting in 7 hours, it's tennis. So let's load it up. And this is an Asian handicap on the tennis, and it's plus 4.5 for the player called Patrick. So yeah, when it's a player's name, it's like really simple to read that name there, Patrick, without the, I believe Patrick is normally spelt with a, is it P-A-T-R-I-C-K, but here it's R-I-K. I'm sure it was with a C-K. But anyway, Patrick there, I'm sure it would be pronounced Patrick also, plus 4.5 Asian handicap. So at back odds of 1.8. So we can go over here, and actually there the main market is here. So just under the win match, to win match market is match handicap plus 4.5 for Patrick at back odds of 1.8. That's what we want there for it to be 6.4% expected value. So I'll go ahead, double check it. Yeah, place a bet on that, wait for it to confirm, click done, then jump over and go, okay, we're going to log that 6.4% expected value. Now, I believe we had 5, or was it? I think it was 4 bets outstanding actually when we went live. So we placed 4 value bets here in between talking about like each way sniper and chatting about other things. But before I go to the chat there on the YouTube chat, let me just print screen on this one and drop that into the members Discord, and I'll read that one out. So Kempton, 7:30 race, so literally starting in 14 minutes. The horse is called King of Fury, and the bookie is treble 8 sport, back odds of 12. And if you get an each way bet on that at back odds of 12 at treble 8 sport, you'd be placing that bet at value. So 2.66% on the rating there on King of Fury. And I do, as I've mentioned, I do post a lot of those in on the Value Alerts channel. On a Saturday is my main day for posting those in when you've got like all the main racing going on. It's a very popular day. I believe on some days I've placed like 30 or 40 of those bets in the Discord there. So yeah, really, really good value that you can get out of the Discord. But let's go ahead and jump over to the chat here. So, very nice. I see a few questions here. So hi there and good evening, Paul Sheldon, just with the hi, Chris there. And let's see, N Prometheus, hi there, good evening, saying, boss, I got Rebel betting. Show me your settings for beginner. And would you take any bet if you don't mind being gubbed? So I'm glad to hear you getting started with it then. So yeah, for the settings for a beginner. Now, if we jump over then to options, we go to filters. And what I would personally have, so on my default filter here, I have, these are all the American bookmakers, because I'm wanting to, in the near future, I want to do a video to do with using Rebel betting in America. That will be just for Americans. So obviously, if you're in the UK or Europe, do apologize, that video won't be for you. But yeah, you can see these are like Barstool, BetMGM, BetRivers, DraftKings, FanDuel, PointsBet. They're like all the big main, huge bookmakers or sports books, as they call them in America. But what you would have on your default filter is basically what I have here, which is called my Bet365 filter. So on your default filter, you would have so if you're using Bet365, you'd have that in. Then if you're going to have, say, William Hill there, you would put that in. And then, for example, Ladbrokes, and let me just think, we got Coral there you can add in. So basically, like Unibet, any bookmakers that you're using, you would just put them into that list there. Then these are my settings. So of course, it's not like you don't have to use these exact settings. You can kind of tweak them and play around with them. Do whatever you feel works best for you. I don't get offended if you don't want to, copy my exact settings. I've noticed lots of people using completely different settings to me and still making great profit. These settings have worked fantastic for me in all the time that I've used them. So I know for a fact that they do work. But value percentage, minimum 4, max 15. Odds, minimum 1.2, max 3.2. Time to match start, at most 48 hours I like in there. Now, if your accounts are brand new, then I would almost say don't do any value betting on brand new accounts. But I would do like regular match betting, or if it's a brand new account and you say you're in a country that match betting really isn't possible for you, I would literally just be doing like £5 bets randomly on just anything. You may lose some money doing that when you first open the account. But I think what it's going to do is it's going to give account health to those bookmaker accounts and make it so that, say you lose, let's say £100 or whatever currency you're working in, the equivalent of 100 quid. I think, in my opinion, just my opinion, but I think it's worth losing that 100 quid just to get your account health up. That's only if you can't do match betting. Obviously, if you can do match betting, that's like an easier way. You're gonna take value from the bookie, but it's not so much value like with value betting where you'll get gubbed, closed down. Now, what you could even do even further is click on this hide low tier, and then that's going to, as it suggests, hide low tier events, and mean that you'll get a lot less matches showing up when you go on the filter, onto the main bet section, but it will help your accounts last much longer. So they're my sort of settings there. That's what I would recommend with how you would go about starting there. And Mick727XD, hi there. If you don't mind, I'll just call you Mick there. Hi there, good evening. Saying, hi, Chris. Is there any way to safely multi-account without friends and family? And then adding, I tried Rebel betting for the year, but ended up with some, bad luck. Had decent EV, but had some decent accounts restricted. So couldn't pull it back. So I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, of course there is that risk there. So sorry to hear that's happened to you there. So the next one there, Rocky. Hi there, good evening. So Mick, with regards to safely multi-account without friends and family, it's a really tough one because you mainly want to only approach friends and family, in my opinion, because your family. I know there's like some people that you'll probably laugh at this, where I say like your family, you can trust them. Obviously, you can never trust anyone, regardless of even if the family. Can never trust anyone, I don't think, 100%. But I'd like to think most people have some family members and some friends that they have a bit of trust in. You don't need like maximum trust, but a bit of trust there going both ways. Now, with a stranger, with multi-accounting, it's very, very tough to sort of build that trust if it's a stranger. So yes, it is possible. I've done it myself. I lost a fair few £1,000 with one example. There is a video on the channel talking about exactly what happened in that. But yeah, it's one of those. I just would advise staying away from doing multi-accounting with strangers. As I say, I've seen people doing it and making money doing it, but then the amount of extra risk you're taking on by doing that when it's not a family or friend is just, the risk goes through the roof, basically. So if you're comfortable with the risk and you're prepared that you could lose money, then obviously you could go for it. But if you're kind of wanting to play it safe and keep the risk down, then I would say multi-accounting with friends, trusted friends and family would be the way to go. And then Rocky, hi there, good evening. Saying, hi, Chris, is your Bet365 account used purely for Rebel? So this account here is not my account. This is a members, so a Profit Boss members account. They've kindly let me use it to basically place value bets on it. And I did this before a few months ago, actually, for another member. And yeah, made some nice profit for them, or made £1,000 for them. So far, we're at £100 profit with this member's account. If you were to cash out these 8 outstanding bets, then yeah, it would. One bet must have lost there, so it would be like 90. Yeah, around £90, nearly £100 profit currently. And yeah, that's not like I've not been like properly caning it and going for it and just purely going for profit on this. It's more, we're doing this to show people how to place bets and make money for yourself on Rebel, basically. But let's see. Oh yeah, Connor Medlin. Hi there, good evening. Saying, hello, Chris. I wanted to share something I was thinking about with Axie there. I'm personally doing 1.0 proportional. I thought surely 0.1 is very low, as 10% of the trader would surely mean you'd need around 50,000 balance before the trade started opening at 0.02 there. So I'm not. So I thought surely 0.1 is very low. 10% of the trader would surely mean you need around 50. So I'm not too sure. I'm trying to get my head around the maths on that. But I mean, I started with, as you know, £400 with, at first I was at 1.0 proportional by equity as the setting. And then I realized that would be too much risk there. Although, it just happened nicely that the first 2 weeks of doing that, the trades were going very well. And I made a couple £100 in the first 2 weeks. But I dropped it down to 0.1. And I've noticed the trades with £800 of it being my own money now, the trades are opening at 0.01 lots now. So for me, it's nicer having that lower risk, but it's still ticking in the profit nicely. I think yesterday was around £28. Today's been a very good day, actually. If I just go into the app here, I can't remember what the profit would be from yesterday till today, but now my balance is now showing £1,165. So 800 of that being my money, and then £365.79. Yeah, so we're at £365 of profit now from that. And as I mentioned, completely no work to be done by me on that. They've been doing all the trades there and making all the profit there for me there. Obviously, completely free guide to that Forex copy trading down in the description there. If you're watching on the replay, you're wondering what we're talking about, or if you're live with us now and you're like, what are they talking about? Yeah, all the information's down in the description there. And Where Away, hi there, good evening, saying, hi Chris, would you use Rebel with new accounts? So no, as I mentioned in a few times this week, actually, no, I would definitely not. It would be extremely risky. You'd be looking at sort of losing your accounts very quickly. I'd much rather people be doing match betting, building their account health up. And then, as I was just talking about, if you're in a country where match betting just really isn't something you can do, then because not every country has an odds monkey, for example, to help you with it. So it may be a bit impossible to do it properly. Just go about placing sort of £5 or equivalent currency mug bets just at poor value to up the account health, basically. But Rizzler92, hi there, good evening, saying, how's the Axie going? So that's a question I've just answered there, so I won't go through that again. Made about £20 through Holy Grail today. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, decent, as I say, good day for me today as well. Obviously, we're both copying the same trader. So if you've had a good day, I've had a good day. And then saying, am I correct in thinking that if I increase my balance by depositing more, the trade sizes will increase when using proportional by equity? So yeah, as far as I'm aware, that would be correct. Yeah, because your proportional by equity is it's taking a portion of your equity and then using that. So yeah, the more you put in, it's like it's then going to then take more and trade with more. So yeah, say if you put let's say you start an account with £500 and you made £20 a day on average for, let's just say, 5 days in a row. So you made £100. If you would have, instead of putting £500 in, I'm not saying everyone is going to do this, but if you did, if you put £5,000 in, then instead of making £20 per day, you would have made to be £100 at the end of the week. You would, of course, made £200 per day, so it would have been £1,000 at the end of the week. Yeah, so definitely that's how that's going to work there. And then Martinus Sultanas, hi there, good evening, saying, hey Chris, just subscribe. So thank you for that. Thank you for the support. I love and appreciate every single subscriber of the Profit Boss channel. So thank you. And I also appreciate any likes that are dropped on these live streams. I can see 5 likes there. So if you want to drop another like on the stream, you can only do 1 each, but if you want to get some more likes going there, then I do appreciate it. But Martinez there saying, I managed to place over 7,000 value bets in under 2 weeks on Bet365. Flipping out. That's so 7,000 in under 2 weeks. They limited me a day ago and banned today. Do you think they will cash me out? Lol. I like the lol there. And Mick saying 500 bets a day. Lol. Yeah. And I'm also with Mick there saying, I'm surprised they let you get 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm also surprised that they let you go for 2 weeks there. And and then I'm just trying to get through everything on. So yeah, Martinez there saying, I had my partner to make me a burner account, and so 7,000 bets, no cap, and spent like 13 hours a day, 5, 10, 15 euros each bet. After the limit, I was just maxing whatever they let me put on maximum volume. So yeah, it looks like you've really, really been going for it there. 13 hours a day is some insane commitment. So nicely done there. But yeah, limited you and then ban you. Do I think they'll let you cash out? Yeah, absolutely. If you have money in that account, I've not really with Bet365. I've heard of some bookmakers trying to keep funds back and keep money away from people, but with Bet365, they're as far as a bookmaker, obviously we don't like bookies here on the channel, but they're very good as a bookmaker with giving people the money that they are owed there. And have earned from betting. So, because at the end of the day, you've still been placing bets. It's just you place the bets in the value in odds in your favor. So yeah, you've put the work in there, you've made the money. So very nicely done. But what I'll do is let me just notice the time there. And apologies there if I've not made it to all of the questions there. Oh, and I'll just get to Mick Dundee there over on the Crowdcast. So glad to see the Crowdcast chat's working now, because the chat was not working on our Saturday members stream. So hi there, Mick. Just saying, hi, Chris. Using Each Way Sniper Auto and followed you into Axie trading. Really good and enjoying doing both. So I'm glad to hear that. Was considering doing the value betting as well, but I haven't got the time. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Each Way Sniper Auto and Axie, just set them running and leave it at that. Yes, with value betting, it is going to take more time there. But yeah, Mick's saying, have you got any new ventures in the pipeline? So yeah, I mean, there's always like various things I'm looking for, especially when it comes to things that you can set up and automate. So the very next thing that I'm wanting to set up and sort of show people how to set up is that so Predictology. There is a video on the channel already. If you search Profit Boss Predictology, then that video will pop up. But yeah, that's where you'll be able to set up your Betfair exchange, and then through Predictology and Betfair Manager or Betfair Bot Manager, it's going to basically doing Betfair trading for you on autopilot. And I even want to do a video as well comparing Each Way Sniper Auto, Forex copy trading on Axie, and then Predictology Betfair trading, and have like a comparison, because I have results of like a month's worth of results from the first two, but not yet on Predictology. Once I have that month of results there, I'll be able to be like, look, here's a month of results on each. This is what I made. And, these are the things that I learned whilst doing them. And all three of those things would be, completely automated things that you can do to make money. And then a step further than that is even taking the profit that you're making from that and then placing it into an investing account like Invest Engine, which is a site where you put your money in and it invests your money into companies for you. And then you're basically earning money from, like, say, you buy a fund in a fund on Invest Engine. If you own, say, McDonald's in that fund, whenever people are going to, say, a McDonald's and buying food, you're also earning money because you now own a part of McDonald's. So I think that'd be a cool thing to set up, like 3 sort of copy trading, copy betting software sites. And then while they're making money, you then buy shares of companies, which are then going to pay you even more money. So it's like adding money on top of money. Just a fantastic sort of machine, like a money-making machine with all of the work being done for you in the background. That's the really nice part of it. But yeah, I'll leave it at that then. Of course, I'll be live tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. So I hope everyone can join me tomorrow evening. Thank you so much for